Any obstacle facing us is not as important as our attitude towards it, for that determines our success or failure. Today on Vista LA, you'll meet Latinos who have gone way beyond their dreams in their quest for the gold. We'll introduce you to an Olympic contender and more, and learn what it takes to make a champion.
Racing has been in my family actually my whole life. My dad started racing in the early 60s in Southern California. He started racing top fuel cars, and my brothers and I just kind of grew up around it. So we knew that when we got old enough, it was something that we definitely wanted to do.
Racing in the Pedregon family goes back before Cruz was born. His father had a fascination with the sport in the late 50s, before the family came to California.
I met him in San Antonio, Texas. And our first date was when he took me to, I didn't even know what a dragster was till he took me to his friend's garage, and there was this rail there on the floor, and he started explaining to me that that's what he wanted to do. There wasn't any sponsors at all. He just had a lot of friends that would pitch in and lend him some tires and stuff like that. And he worked during the week to go to the races on the weekends. Sometimes we'd make it, sometimes we couldn't make it.
They call Frank Pedregon the Flaming Mexican, a name he acquired because of the flames that would blaze off his rear tires when he raced top fuel dragsters in the 1960s.
He never got hurt real bad. I mean, just slight burns and scrapes here and there. One time he came home without his mustache. Just something I had to accept, yeah. It was a lot of fun every weekend. There wasn't a boring moment.
Racing was something as natural as playing baseball in the Pedregon family. In fact, when he was 9 years old, Cruz got a ticket, along with his father, for driving the family-owned Peterbilt truck.
One day my dad and I were in LA, and he asked me to turn the truck around, which I did. Well, at 9 years old, I was kind of small, so I was driving down the road, and a cop saw me, pulled me over, gave me a ticket. And what was funny about it was the pillow that was propping me up fell into his lap as he opened the door.
In his teens, Cruz raced diesel trucks at the Orange County Raceway. He went on to win 90% of his races and eventually got involved in go-kart racing. In 1986, he won the overall go-kart championship at Ventura Raceway. In 1981, Cruz became a professional driver after working several years as an amateur driver in alcohol dragster and funny car races. Finally, in his rookie season in 1992, Cruz won the Funny Car Championship.
And I'd lay in bed at night thinking, there's got to be a way to be successful in this world. And you know, you hear a lot of people talking about dedication and commitment, and I'll tell you what, in a nutshell, that's it. That's what it takes. Now, at the age of 33, Cruz is in his 5th year of driving the McDonald's Funny Car. The team is owned by Hall of Fame football coach Joe Gibbs. To tell you the truth, I never thought I would make it this far, but I always felt like if I could just break into the big-time racing and race for 1 year, it's like that would be the ultimate for me. But it kind of snowballed into here I've been racing now about 10 years, and I'm with the best team I could possibly ask for. When I first saw Cruz racing, when I first went to the races, it was like it was watching their dad all over again racing. I got pretty nervous at first, but then I prayed a lot, and I got used to them, seeing them race. Because not only did Cruz become serious about the sport at an early age, but also his older brother Frank and younger brother Tony. Tony Pedregon now races with 5-time Funny Car champion John Force, Cruz's main competitor.
We've won 5 championships for Castrol, and Pedregon took me out in '92, so he was very dedicated to what he did, and I found that in his brother. So Mom and Dad did a good job raising the kids, and they do a great job out here working with the fans as well as driving. So I'm excited to have him on board.
We're not splitting up or anything. We've always been a close family, but you know, we treat this as a business, and we've just been real competitive in everything that we've done.
One of us are going to run against his brother sooner or later, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. We've been really talking about, we think that I told Tony, I said, be sure to get me invited to Thanksgiving dinner. I want to sit around the table. I want to listen to this story.
Like when I go up and watch both of them race each other, I'll have to stand in the middle and
cheer for both of them. But hey, the better man wins. When it comes to racing and racing each other, it's every man for himself when it comes to that. And afterwards, we'll hug and talk afterwards.
Cruz ran the quickest and fastest funny car in NHRA history at the Winter Nationals this year. His record-breaking run included an elapsed time of 4.93 seconds and a speed of 307 miles per hour. But he had traction problems, enabling John Force to beat him. Ultimately, though, it was veteran driver Al Hoffman who won the Winter Nationals, defeating Force.
Oh, gosh, I should have brought the trophy that they gave your dad for the Bakersfield.
Right. Yeah, they honored him there. That was a big deal for us to have our dad honored in as a pioneer in the sport.
Ironically, Frank Bedragon never got to see his sons compete in the national races. He died in a plane crash in 1981 on a flight to Mexico. He was only 41 years old, but he lived long enough to pass on to his family his passion for racing.
As a child growing up, my dad really instilled in us, hey, you have to have a good positive attitude in anything you do, whether it's racing or whether you want to be a school teacher or whatever. Attitude has a lot to do with it. I know it doesn't sound like it, but it really does, and I think that's contributed to put me in this position that I'm in now.
I wish he was here to see them. He would be very proud of him.
I wasn't there that morning when my father passed away. I didn't get to tell him all the things I had to say. I think I caught his spirit later that same year. I'm sure I heard his echo in my baby's newborn tears. I just wish I could have told him in the living years.
Next, we'll introduce you to an East LA roller hockey.
We're coming your way in 2 weeks, June 14th.